Hello, everybody. This is Bennyhillz back with another vintage cube draft, and this pack is pretty good. There is Reanimate, Strip Mine, Ugin, Ancestral, Glen, although Glen is definitely better than Ancestral in my opinion. Llanowar Elves, Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of cards here that are reasonable first picks. Part of me wants to just take the Llanowar Elves because it's the only mono green card in this pack, and that'll send a clear. I mean, whoever's to the left of us definitely won't be drafting mono green after seeing this pack if we take the elf. Strip Mine is also pretty good and very versatile. It goes into pretty much any deck. There's no white aggro cards in this pack, and Strip Mine is great in white aggro, so that sends a decent signal there. There's also actually no red aggro cards. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Strip Mine here. I wouldn't fault someone for taking one of those other cards that I mentioned. I would fault you if you took Mastermind's Acquisition, but I think Strip Mine is just so versatile and leaves us the most open. And we actually might be able to wheel the Knight of the Reliquary, which is very good with Strip Mine. Ooh, okay. I would love to be able to pick up this Mox Diamond. Maybe, is there any chance Ren and 6 wheels? No, I think I just need the Ren and 6 here. Ren and 6 plus Strip Mine is a very, very strong combo. And yeah, that's really, really nice place to start. If we'd led with one of the decent blue cards, we could have just taken like Baleful Strix or just Mox Diamond, but these are just so good together. It's bad that they're in the same pack. I mean, maybe Ren and 6 comes around. I mean, if we could wheel the Knight of the Reliquary and the Ren and 6 and take the Mox Diamond here, that would be so good. Actually, part of me wants to just take this because also, like, Ren and 6 and Strip Mine is really good, but it doesn't just, like, insta-win, and I don't, like, if red-green is not very open, I don't really want to have picked this second pick, and Mox Diamond is going to be good no matter what. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Mox Diamond and try and wheel the Ren and 6, and they're very, very good together, and if the Ren and 6 does come around, that would be a really, really powerful start. Okay, there's Huntmaster of the Fells, which is in red-green, but I'm going to take the Misty Rainforest here. This gives us another land that goes to the graveyard. The thing is, even if we don't get the Ren and 6 around, which I'm still hoping we do, we can just go like, I mean, we can still pick up Crucible of Worlds or Ramanap Excavator. There's other versions of that effect. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. And we can maybe wheel the Felidar Retreat, which is pretty good with Knight of the Reliquary. All right, now we have Knight of Autumn, Thalia, Flooded Strand, Bayou, Search for Tomorrow. Part of me wants to just take another fetch land, even though like Knight of Autumn is really good. But I mean, is Naya going to be open? If we could just wheel Knight of the Reliquary, Knight of Autumn, and Ren and 6, that would be so good. I think I'm going to take the Flooded Strand. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Here we have Mirari's Wake, Lightning Helix, Inferno Titan. I think I like taking the Titan here, actually. This is one of the better top-end cards. It has an immediate impact on the board dealing with small creatures, and it ends the game really quickly against controller combo. So it sort of checks both boxes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to like pick a Mirari's Wake this early. I'll take the Titan. Okay, that's a Temple Garden. There's also Faithless Looting and Badlands, but we can fetch this with both of our tools, and I think we're somewhat likely to want to be playing green and white. Red does look to be pretty open. There's 3 red cards in this pack, but we don't have, none of our fetch lands can find the Bayou, which is pretty awkward actually, and a little surprising. There's a late High Tide, but yeah, I think I'm taking the Temple Garden here. Okay, here we have Mother of Runes, Green Sun Zenith, and Chain Lightning. And Brainstorm, which is good with our fetches. I think I'm just taking the Chain Lightning here. This card is just good, cheap interaction. Now, late Raging Ravine, that's a good sign for the Ren and 6, but I'm still very scared. It's next pack, so we're going to take this and cross our fingers. No. Oh, wait, no. Ren and 6 was in the next pack. So we can take the Knight of the Reliquary, which is actually great. I'm very, very happy this came around. We already have Strip Mine and Raging Ravine to get, and we have Fetch Lands to power it up. All right, Moment of Truth. The suspense is killing me. Come on, Ren and 6. Come back around. No. That's a bummer. I can't say I'm that surprised, but I was cautiously optimistic. We can still take a Plateau, which is a really good pickup for us, but Ren and 6 would have been amazing. So we'll grab the Plateau. So we're like Naya, Stirring Wildwood versus Philidar Retreat versus Huntmaster. All reasonable, but I think I'm going to actually take the Stirring Wildwood here. I like having good lands to fetch up with the Knight. Yeah, I think that's the right pickup. Now Knight of Autumn comes around. That's great. Better than Search for Tomorrow, I think. And I'll take a Lightning Helix over Mirari's Wake. So Naya is open. I mean, it sucks that the Ren 6 didn't come around, obviously, but I still think this is a really good start. No, like, if I was 100% sure Ren 6 wouldn't wheel, I probably would have just taken the Ren 6 over the Mox Diamond, especially after then getting, like, another fetch and, like, you know, whatnot. But I still think Mox Diamond will be very good for us here. High Tide, Passing Flames, all right. I'll let someone get the last pick, High Tide. All right, here we have Natural Order, Preordain, Verdant Catacombs, Hex Drinker, Grim Lavamancer. I think I'm just going to take the Verdant Catacombs. Right now, it just fetches Temple Garden and Forest, but it could get better. It could get red later. I mean, I guess we did pass the Bayou already. But yeah, I think this is the right pickup here. Well, now there's a Blood Crypt, but there's also an Arbor Elf and an Elspeth. I kind of want to take the Elspeth, actually, although Arbor Elf is very good. Yeah, I should probably just take the Arbor Elf, actually, and then try and wield the Elspeth, ideally. Yeah, I'll do that. This is a good top-end card. It's in a similar category as Inferno Titan. There's some matchups where this is much better and some matchups where this is much better. It's a little bit close overall. This does win the game faster, but it's easier to interact with. But I think I got to take the mana here. We have so many lands. We actually barely have any spells at this point. But Arbor Elf is very good. Ooh, now we have Courser, Path, Savannah, Plow Under. I don't really want to take the Path since we're like trying to strip mine them. Plow Under does go well with that theme. I don't think I'm going to take the Savannah. First of all, it might wheel. And second of all, we already have so many lands. So I do need to pick up some good spells. We could take the Jite. Plow Under is very good with the Ponza theme, though. Although we really don't have that much of a Ponza theme. We just have one Knight of the Reliquary and one Strip Mine. What about Garrick? Is Garrick good? It does make beasts and ramp us into Inferno Titan. Yeah, I think I actually like the Garrick here. Although Jite is very strong in a lot of matchups. But it's at its worst. Like, we already have Chain Lightning, Lightning Helix, ways to deal with small creatures. This is better against control. I think I'm going to take the Garrick here. Okay, now we have Carnage Tyrant, Inspired Vantage. Balance is good with Mox Diamond, but not great with the rest of our deck. There's a Thragtusk, Solemn. I think I like taking the Solemn here. Yeah, I'll take the Solemn. Well, I guess Carnage Tyrant's also really good. Actually, no, I'm going to take Carnage Tyrant. I need a few really good ways to actually close out the game. Carnage Tyrant is great at that. I would love to play Uro. We have a lot of fetches. We don't have any blue fetchable lands right now. I think we just got to take the Stomping Ground, actually. We don't have a red-green duel yet, and this just helps our mana a lot. If Banefire wheels, that could be a nice win condition as well. Okay, Love and a Braid. There's also Selesnya Signet and Sun Titan. Ooh, Sun Titan is actually really good with Strip Mine and like these 3-drops. I think I need the Braid though. I really want to be able to deal with artifacts effectively, and this is just very strong. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're getting 2 cards back. It's not impossible that Sun Titan is one of them. Probably not super likely. Selesnya Signet would also be good, but I want to have the good interaction. Ooh, Bloodbraid Elf versus Needle Spires now. I think I'm actually taking the Bloodbraid here. Bloodbraid is pretty good in this deck, I think. Yeah, I'll go with this. It's not great with Mox Diamond, but all the rest of these cards it's pretty good with. And Needle Spires would be good, but we already have 2 man lands and like 9 lands overall. So I think I'm just going to take the spell here. Okay, Lightning Bolt versus Elder Gargoth versus Copperline Gorge. I think I like just taking a Bolt here. I guess Figure of Destiny is also a reasonable consideration, but I think I'm going to go with the Bolt. It's just really strong. And having a bit of burn is nice for just closing out games. Elder Gargaroth is very beefy. But we already have some beefy boys. I think I'm going to take the cheap card. Ooh, I like getting a late Hex Shrinker. This is another beefy boy that's also a cheap card. So the flexibility on this one is really nice. Ooh, Elspeth came around. There's also Sword of Fire and Ice and Flame Slash, but we already have 4 cheap burn spells, so I don't think we need more burn. Yeah, I'll take the Elspeth. Ooh, Savannah came around. That's excellent. I think I am going to take it over Plow Under here. I mean, going into the last pack, look at this. We're basically planning on playing every single card we've gotten. We're going to be making tough cuts. So I think I would rather have like perfect mana than take a good playable that's replacing another good playable. Inspiring Vantage versus Thragtusk now. This is a similar consideration to the last pack. The difference is that Inspiring Vantage is a much worse land. I think I actually am going to take the Thragtusk here. It's a really good sideboard option in some matchups. And honestly, it's just good overall. Uro, that's a late Uro. I will take that in case we get a blue fetchable land. Let's see. If we got like a breeding pool, we could fetch that with 1, 2, 3, and then 4 blue sources. So that's actually not amazing, but it's not bad. So we could potentially play that. And it would be really, really good if we could play it. Oh, wow. This pack is so good. Fractured Identity, Mox Pearl, and Ramanap Excavator. I mean, I think I just got to take the on-color Mox. But, like, Fractured Identity is great. I don't think... I mean, that's not going to come around. But I really, really want the Ramanap Excavator to come around. And that's possible. Green is fairly open, I think. Although someone did take Ren in 6. And whoever took Ren in 6 would probably take Ramanap. Which, this would just be so good in our deck. But I'm not going to pass the Mox. I think we need to take this. And then really, really hope this wheels. If this doesn't wheel, probably Harmonized would. I bet one of these 2 green cards would, and they would both be excellent for us. This is actually one of the best Harmonized decks I've ever drafted with, like, good cheap removal, good acceleration, and then, like, a few top-end threats that can catch you up when you're behind. Yeah, this would be really, really great for either of these green cards, so hoping one of them comes around. Okay, here we have... And Ponder is great. There's Coalition Relic, Sacred Foundry, Whisperwood Elemental, Monastery Mentor. We already have a Plateau. Part of me wants to take the Flame Tongue here. Whisperwood is also good. Does Mentor make much sense in this deck? I guess we have a relatively high spell count, although not that high. It's a little bit sad that some of these arts haven't loaded. We could also take Coalition Relic. Actually, I think I want to take the Relic here. We have 3 good 6-drop that are all double-colored, and Coalition Relic ramps you into any of those. Yeah, I think I like taking the Relic here. I would like to have one more top-end piece. Ooh. Is this a Hardcast Dragonlord Atarka deck? I kind of think it is. There's also Avacyn's Pilgrim and Nissa. Actually, I think what we're going to do is take the Nissa and wheel the Atarka. I think this will come around. And it would be really good. Like, I very much hope it does. And the Nissa is actually really good. I guess we don't have many ways to put extra lands into play, but this is a really good value play. Omnath. So if we can splash blue, Omnath is pretty sweet. Alternatively, we could take like Firebolt or Fumarole. We could take Fumarole and try and wheel the Omnath. This is a good Omnath deck. We have a lot of fetches to trigger this. I don't really think we need Firebolt. So part of me wants to just take the Wandering Fumarole and then try and wheel Omnath and then play Uro too. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I bet Omnath does wheel. Okay, not going to be playing Force of Will, unfortunately. We're not playing black, so we can't play Vraska or Opposition Agent. Maybe Primal Command? Yeah, I think Primal Command looks pretty good. This can tutor up either Inferno Titan or Carnage Tyrant, depending on the board. And also set them back a land. Although, ooh, Wear Tear is very strong. Yeah, actually, I think it's supposed to take Wear Tear. As much as I do love this card, Wear Tear is great and very cheap. Here we have Sakura Tribe Elder, Oblivion Ring, Probe, Wall of Blossoms, maybe even Memory Jar. Actually, this could be a really good Memory Jar deck. I'm light on card draw. Yeah, I'm actually going to take the Jar here. Ooh, there's Lotus Cobra, Lumbering Falls, and Eternal Witness. Part of me thinks I just need to take the Eternal Witness here. Yeah, I think this card is really, really good for us. I mean, you can Eternal Witness back a Strip Mine. You can give back your beefy creatures. Lotus Cobra is also very, very good with all our fetches. But we don't have that many, like, 4 and 5 drops to ramp into. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Eternal Witness here. Okay, there's a breeding pool. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Now the mana's looking pretty good. So hoping Omnath comes back around. Here we can take Razorverge Thicket or Spirebluff Canal. I kind of want to take the Spirebluff Canal to have more free blue sources. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that, actually. Sacred Foundry came around. Also Flametongue Kavu. Right now, though, I guess we do need a few more spells. Yeah, I'll take a Flametongue Kavu. Oh, was this the Omnath pack? Did that really not come around? I mean, Avacyn's Pilgrim is pretty good. Does Yorion do much? It's good with Knight of Autumn, Eternal Witness. Ooh, it's actually really good with Eternal Witness. Inferno Titan, Flametongue. No, I think I'm going to take the one drop here. Oh, nice. Omnath did come around. Okay, sweet. And I guess I'll take Goblin Welder for the board. Wall of Blossoms is actually reasonable, but I think I like Linvala. Well, wait, how many spells are we playing in the main deck right now? Oh, we have enough spells, so I'll take a Linvala because that has higher upside when it's really good. Okay, this is an interesting deck. Unclear how good it is, but I think it's pretty good. We need to make one more cut, ideally, because with Mox Diamond, I would like to be playing 17 lands. We could cut the Wear Tear since we already have a Braid and Knight of Autumn. We could also cut the Jar, but I do like having a bit of card draw. Yeah, I think I'll cut the Wear and Tear and then bring that in certain matchups. And now, no, I mean, I guess if it just suggests adding one of each, then, or no, probably 2 forests, no islands. Let's look at this. This would give us for blue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pretty good. 8 counting the relic. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That seems fine. We don't have any double red until Inferno Titan. We do have some early red cards we want to be able to play, but these don't need to be available on turn 1 necessarily. For green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's great. That's the one we need the most, and we have 12. And then for white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which seems pretty solid. White's actually surprisingly small in this deck, but that seems good. And then we have, I mean, this is a lot of mana sources. So Mana Flood could be a bit of an issue, but these are our cards that only add mana and do nothing else, basically. But I think it's worth it. We have powerful cards in a lot of colors. So again, if we had Ren and 6, this deck would be significantly better. Also, Ramanap didn't come around. Dang. It's possible I should have just prioritized those more highly. Yeah, actually, with how this worked out, I would much rather trade this for Ren and 6. So that is a bummer. At the time, we didn't know we were going to be this sort of deck, though. We thought there's a chance we'd still be in like mono red or mono white. But I think this seems fine. Do we want to bring in Thragtusk over any of this middle to top end? I guess Nissa only searches up 2 basic forests. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to make that change. It only searches up 2 basic forests, and I need a little bit more top end, I think. So I will run it like this. I think this deck is sweet. I don't really draft decks like this very often, but I actually think this is a very good one. Omnath is pretty cool. Hopefully we can make that work. We do have Knight of the Reliquary and a bunch of fetch lands in Uro to get to the 3rd ability, which is pretty sweet. So we will submit like this. See you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 against IAT. We are on the play, which is excellent, and we have a great hand, which is also excellent. So I will certainly keep. We have some cheap interaction. Uro, 2 fetches to pair with the Uro, which is sort of nice. And then, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of mana, so we do need to draw a bit of our top end, but that's fine. Once we draw it, we can immediately cast it. One Ephemeral Pass. Opponent's on a mulligan to 6. Hopefully they lead on a mana elf or like a 1-drop that Chain Lightning matches up well with. Stirring Wildwood. Well, we won't be Chain Lightning on turn 1, but that seems like a situation where this will be good. Oh, yeah, I like that a lot. I'm just going to play Breeding Pool tapped and pass here. In general, I want to save my fetch lands for Uro if possible. No play, all right. Knight of the Reliquary. Do we want to play that or the Relic? I think I want to play the Relic allows us to play Inferno Titan next turn. And I think that's worth it, so I'm just going to go for that. This can fetch up green-white. Actually, should I get red-green? No, I want to get white. So hopefully the opponent plays a small creature or even a mid-sized creature, and Inferno Titan can just sweep it up. No play, huh? All right. Do we just jam the Inferno Titan into their open mana? I think the answer is no, actually. I'm just going to play Uro plus Knight here. We'll see if they fetch blue here. They do. All right. So pretty happy I didn't just jam Inferno Titan into Mana Leak or something. They could just leak this Uro, which would be totally fine with me. Lapse of Certainty. That's actually a little bit annoying because I would like to draw the Uro, but I want to play the Knight, and I think the desire to play the Knight is going to win out here. Hopefully we can draw that Uro again at some point, though. Here we can get Plateau. Yeah, and then cast the Knight. One thing to note is that we don't have a ton of... I mean, we have so many non-basics that we could run out. This can only sacrifice Forest and Plain, so we can't... Right now, that does include all 3 of these, but we can't sack the Wonder Fumarole. So we draw... Night of Autumn is a solid one. So I'm going to sack the Savannah for Strip Mine. And hit their blue source. Ooh, they just concede. Okay. Well, good start. So we're playing against Bant. Bant, Lapse of Certainty. We're on the draw now, which is a little bit rough, but I think this should be pretty good for us. I don't think we have any reason to bring in Wear Tear at this point. We could bring in Nissa. But I guess we could cut like one basic mountain for Nissa on the draw. Yeah, I think I like that. I do think Flood is a bit of a risk for this deck. And I don't want to cut a forest because Nissa can only find 2 forests. And I like having 3 basics that can all be sacked to the Knight of the Reliquary. This hand is slow. No plays until turn 4. Does the opponent keep? They did. I think I got to ship this. I mean, if they just do nothing like they did last game, this hand could be good. Blood Right Elf is good against counter magic, but I'm not just going to assume that they're going to do nothing again. All right, this hand I like a lot. We'll keep. And I think put back Uro. Yeah, put back Uro. We do need white mana. We could strip mine on turn 1. Ooh, never mind. We will definitely not be stripping. So I will play Stomping Ground, Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf is great in this deck because we have green, white, green, red, and green, blue lands. So this is basically a Birds of Paradise. They can also attack for 1 usually. Plains and Mountain. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we still don't have the green or the white mana. So I'm not gonna show them the strip mine yet. I would like to see them expose a blue land. I'm just gonna play the Nissa, which is really good here. I'm glad this isn't a mountain. Still don't have Knight of the Reliquary available, but we can play Flametongue Kabu next turn if they play creature. And if they don't play creature, I'll just strip mine them and attack for 3. Mox Emerald, okay. Char the Elf. Okay, don't care about that. Unfortunately, I wish I did because that would mean we have expensive things, but we do not. Spire Bluff Canal, alright. I think I'm still going to hold off on stripping. I guess they did miss a land drop, but I really would like to hit a blue source. They have a lot of colors over there, and I think color screwing them is more likely to work than taking them off of mana in general. But if they continue to miss land drops, maybe that's not right. Yeah, I guess if they're just going to keep missing land drops, I'll just go for them. And I think I'm a little bit more scared of plains than mountain, actually. Like, the main thing red represents here is burn, and I don't care if they burn this. I guess they could burn our Knight of the Reliquary, but if we draw a fetch land, then it'll be a 4-power creature. Wow, still no play. Ooh, that was a good draw. So we attack for 2, and then I'm going to go for the upkeep Abrade on the Mox. I really wish this deck had Ancient Grudge. It's a little bit sad that the Flametongue Kavu has to deal 4 damage, so we can't just play it as a 4-2 naked. It would have to kill Arnissa, which, honestly, there's some argument to it. That would speed up our clock a lot, but there we go. Our opponent really just got mana screwed, and then the Abrade plus the Strip Mine mana screwed them even more, so very smooth start. We're 1-0. I will see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2 against Magical Hack 99. We are on the play, which is excellent. Do we keep a hand with a bunch of lands? This might look weird, but I actually am going to keep this on the draw. It's a little bit underpowered, but we have all our colors. We have, we have all our colors, and then these two are both really good at catching up when we're behind. So this can grab probably blue-green. Lightning Helix, okay. So I'll play Stomping Ground. And then next turn we can play Plateau Helix if we need to. Hopefully they play Dark Confidant. Island, huh? Riftwind Cloudscape. Don't really care about that. Elspeth. That's not the best draw. I'm just going to play Plateau to hold up Lightning Helix here. Now, hopefully they play like an Ashiok or something and we can just Bloodbraid it down. Ashiok, sweet. So end of turn Helix. This deck is pretty good at pressuring Planeswalkers. Losing Eternal Witness hurts, but I don't really care about losing the other two. So white, red, Helix, untap. Do I want to fetch here? No, I'll hold out in case we draw something that makes us want to fetch, like an Uro, or Omnath, rather. Sure. That's not the best hit. It just means we get to hit them for 3, but it's fine. Take 3, opponent. I guess the Riftwing will take us off of the turn 6 Elspeth, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, they just hit us for 2, and then we kill it with Flametongue while advancing our board. They could have something like a Gaunty here. Oh, Mind Twist for 3. That's very bad, actually. And then we draw another 6-drop. Ooh. Okay, well, we need to draw some mana. We have really good top end in our hand, but Mind Twist is a beating. That's really unfortunate. Okay, they bounce the Breeding Pool, sure. Garruk would be a really good draw here. That would give us the mana we need. Okay, that's pretty good too, honestly. Their deck looks pretty well set up against ours. No attack. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just going to trade off here. I don't really think that helps me. Yeah, I think I'm not going to trade off now that I think about it. We'll just play the Pilgrim, play this tapped, and pass. Pretty relevant here. The Pilgrim adds white. That is nice for casting Elspeth. Oh, well, we're going to have a beefy card to play next turn either way if we draw a land. But they can take the Carnage Siren if they have a counterspell now. And countering our Elspeth would hurt. They do go with the Carney T, so I really think they have a mana leak here. But I kind of think we're still supposed to jam. I mean, I don't think playing draw... Oh, They tap out for Thief of Sanity. Okay. All right, land or burn spell, but especially land. I guess. Ooh, that was a really bad draw. Dang. I mean, I think at this point I am going to attack for 3. They trade there. Then we play Garrick, and all we can do, I mean, making a beast is just so bad because they just immediately kill the Riftwing, but I think that's the correct line. So they can kill our Garrick and hit us with the Thief of Sanity. And they still have 4 cards in hand. Yeah, I think this one is probably slipping away. This should be actually, yeah, this is a bad matchup. Blue-black will have removal for our creatures, counterspell for our top end, and like hand disruption. Not really ideal. We do have a lot of burn spells, so we can deal with their creatures pretty well. Although Friction Rager is really good against us. So they play our Arbor Elf. Well, that's not very scary. That's not scary at all, actually. I will attack for 3. Braid was a solid draw, although I think they have a counterspell. This doesn't add mana for them, so that's pretty sweet. They did mill over 2 lands, which would have been decent draws for us, but not the end of the world. All right, so big moment here. If they have a counterspell for the Abrade, we're in very bad shape. But if they don't, ooh, click. Well, I'm going to kill this in response. So they can take our Elspeth here. And honestly, that leaves us with not that much, although Inferno Titan would be really good on this board. We are left with a Wandering Fumarole. I mean, we're in bad shape, but their life total is a little bit low. And they're going to have to start chump blocking pretty soon. So they hit us for 5 in the air. Or just, oh no, 5 in the air, yep. If we draw a burn spell, that unlocks Carnage Tyrant at any point, which would be nice. Mox Diamond was the worst draw in our deck. That's not an exaggeration. It actually is, and there's no real question about it. Ooh, okay. That probably spells the end for us. I mean, I guess we're still alive if we draw Inferno Titan and they don't have interaction. They only have 1 card in hand, so they might not have a way to deal with it. Uro would also be very, very good. We couldn't play it this turn unless we drew... No, we couldn't play it this turn. And we do need 1 more green or blue mana. But that would just be devastating for them. Omnath would be pretty good because it would draw us a card. I think I'm just going to take this here. I think I want my... Well, 5 versus 6. Does that change much? Not really. I think I'll just take this. Inferno Titan. Uro, okay. So blue, green, something. Play this. Mana Drain. Okay. That was a weird play, although I guess it makes... Oh, no. We're just dead on board. Okay. Whoops. So they got us in game 1. The Mind Twist is really what did it. Do we want to bring in Nissa? See, last time we cut him... No, we're on the play this time. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back like this. Don't think any of these cards look particularly good. Yeah, so submit. Hopefully they don't Mind Twist us this time. We did keep a pretty slow hand with no plays until turn 4. And then, Bloodbraid on 4 was a good play, but we might need to mulligan to something a little bit faster here. All right, we are on the play, which is great. And, actually, no, this hand is pretty good. We have uninterrupted. We have turn 4 Elspeth. We also have a Lightning Bolt to deal with the Planeswalkers. Bloodbraid also deals with Planeswalkers well. Yeah, I like this hand. A little bit weak to counterspells, but not even that weak. I mean, Bloodbraid is great against counterspells. Knight of Autumn was a fine draw, although we do need another land to be able to play the Elspeth. Do we just jam into their Mana Drain? If we just play Coalition Relic and they Mana Drain, then untap and play a 6-drop, that's just so bad for us. Yeah, I actually think I'm gonna hold off for a turn. I don't normally advise playing around counter magic this way. Like I think it just gives the counter magic player more draw steps to hit land drops and like develop their hand. But in this case, I think it's worth it because A, we've seen Mana Drain, which is not just a counter spell, that's like a 2-for-1 basically because of the mana boost. And two, we have a good play next turn into counter spells. Bloodbraid Elf is much better against counter spells than any of our other cards. So here we go, Breeding Pool. And now we can just play Bloodbraid and they can counter one, but then we'll still get a relevant play. Well, Arbor Elf isn't really what I wanted there, but at least it means we do get to take something. Ooh, they didn't even have the counter. Well, this is pretty great then. Attack for 3. It's possible they have it and just didn't use it. Oh, they play click and trade off. Oh, they're clicking themselves. That's a weak play. Interesting. So they might be color screwed and looking for black mana. Yep, they put Duress in the bottom. Duress would actually be really good against us. And then they trade off, which I'm actually very happy about because click pressures Elspeth very well. All right, now they have the black source. Oh no, don't just mind twist me. I guess even if they mind twist me for 3, I can start attacking with Raging Ravine, which is pretty good against a lot of cards they could have. But if they don't have Duress this turn, then we're in really good shape, I think. Hopefully they just tap out for a Correlation. Oh, Reanimate. Wasn't really expecting that. So they can take out our Elspeth here, probably. Although maybe not. I mean, yeah, we'll see. I could imagine them just taking the Bolt and then holding up Counterspell. It's a little bit annoying that right now Arbor Elf cannot add red since we don't have a Stomping Ground. So we can't play Bolt plus Animate Raging Ravine. They didn't take anything. Wow. That's weird. Well, I'll play land, and I think I'm going to start by bolting here. Now, do we just go Relic into 4/3 Night of Autumn, or play the Memory Jar? I think I like going Relic into Night of Autumn. That's better against counter magic. If they counter the Relic, that's fine. And I think when we have a Raging Ravine, a 4/3 is actually a good clock. I do think it's a very clear tell that they have a counterspell for this Elspeth. They would have not have just left us with this card in our hand. Otherwise, I mean, maybe they have a Swift End, I guess, but I'm not just going to jam a 6-drop and do 3 open blue mana after they let us keep our 6-drop. Oh. Well, that's actually not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world because we can just do this and start attacking. And I will play the Flooded Strand because I want to get to the point where we can animate Raging Ravine twice. So they take 9, they're dead in 2 turns. We have not seen much removal from them, actually, which is surprising since they're playing black, but pretty good for us. It means that, like, if we stick a few threats, then they can take out our hand and counter the rest of our things or whatever, but the onboard things are very strong. Also, Manland seem very, very good in this matchup. I passed a late red-white Manland. Okay, got that one. Yeah, I passed the late Needle Spires, and I'm sad about that now, although we still do have Fumarole, Stirring Wildwood, and Raging Ravine. All right, on the draw, I am going to go with this play, cut the mountain again for the Nissa. Although I would feel very sad if they played an early Thief and we have these, but we don't have the red mana. How many red sources do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's fine. 10 counting this. Yeah, I'll run it like this. Fauna Shaman is okay. If we had Survival of the Fittest, I think I would play that because you can just discard all of your you can just keep on discarding cards to fill your graveyard and then play Uro. Wow, this hand has some really sweet spells, but obviously I have to mulligan it. Okay, this hand is great. I will keep and put back. Either Thragtusk or Arbor Elf, I think. I think I'll put back the Thragtusk. We'll draw into some more heat. I don't want to keep a 5-drop here. No Duress. So we just go Savannah, Arbor Elf, and pass. All right, so I'm going to go Flooded Strand, Mox Pearl. I think I'm just going to crack this for red. I wish we had a blue-red land. But yeah, I think we need to get red over blue here. So Plateau. And then cast this. We could also hold up Bolt, but I think I'd rather just hit them for 1. That could actually matter a lot. Take 1. Snapcaster Mage. I think that's actually fine. We don't have any expensive things in our hand. I mean, it's not great, but I'm okay with that trade. And I think, like, if I knew they were going to have Snapcaster Mage, I might not have done it, but it's not bad enough that, like, it's not worth the risk of attacking. Okay, here we could just play Flame Tongue Kavu. Yeah, I think that's probably the play, actually. So we'll tap 3. I don't think they have days. We haven't seen that, at least. Sack Savannah, grab Verdant Catacombs. Fetch up Savannah, or like or I guess we could get. I'll get a breeding pool here. And cast this. Be gone, thief. And now we have 9 power on board. Yeah, Knight of the Reliquary is sweet in this deck. It can get Strip Mine, it can get threats, it can ramp you, and it can also just beef itself up very quickly. Ravenous Chupacabra. Okay, that's a little bit sad. There goes the Knight. Avacyn's Pilgrim. All right, so we can go Helix, the Chupacabra, play the Pilgrim, and then hit for 4. A little awkward that we don't have double green here because Garrick would have been one of our best draws. Okay, that's annoying. I mean, I guess we can just bolt it. Omnath. Oh, we can't quite play that, but we're close. So bolt this and hit for 5. So we just need to draw any land in our deck other than our 1 plains. Actually, that's not true. No, I think it is true. Yeah, we can make red, white, and then either blue or green. So we just need a blue or green land. I don't think we have any other lands that don't add blue or green other than the 1 plains. They could just play Mind Twist or Hymn to Torque and take out our hand, but they're dead pretty quickly to our board if they don't interact with it. Ravenous Chupacabra is very good against us. Honestly, all of these cards are solid, although our burn has been pretty strong as well. This game is close. I would say we're less than 50% to win, but it's very much within reach. Our best draw might just be Bloodbraid Elf, actually. That would be really nice. Imagine how good like Renisix or Ramanap Excavator would be here. Reanimate Snapcaster. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, they're paying a lot of life. Now they bring back Chupacabra, presumably. So they're down to 4. They kill our Flame Tongue. Oh, they kill our Pilgrim. Okay. Oh my gosh, I literally said, that sucks. So we just pass. We need to draw lands here. I'm very happy I didn't keep the Thragtusk. That is an aggressive attack. Now they're just dead to a removal spell, although they probably have an answer of some sort. Our hand has heat. We just need to draw some lands. Strip Mine. I'm not even going to use that. That's like the worst land we could have drawn. And when I said any land other than plains, I forgot about the Strip Mine. So that is bad. Opposition Agent. Okay, that's good to know about. I think I will trade off the Flame Tongue with the Opposition Agent if they attack. Yeah, that seems fine. We have a lot of fetch lands, and I really need the fetch lands to be active. Land. We can't even cast that. Are you serious? Jeez. Our deck has such good fixing, too. Wow, this is a little bit ridiculous. Ashiok is not very scary. Don't just hit 3 lands, please. Okay. I'm actually really happy with those. I did not want to draw any of those. I guess Coalition Relic would have been fine. We take 2. They're playing around a Blood Braid, which is smart. Land. Oh my gosh. This is like the worst way to lose. I just absolutely despise this sort of mana screw. No! Oh my, after missing lands for that many turns in a row, they literally hit 3 lands with Ashiok. They can put Carnage Tyrant into play next turn, but we're just going to die if we don't draw a land. Probably this turn. All right. That's how the dream dies. That's really sad. But just, yeah, mana screw. Always the bane of me. All right. Well, on to the finals. Hopefully we can get the 2-1. I'll see you there. All right. Here we are for the finals against VJF 3000. We're on the play again. I think we went 3 for 3 in die rolls, so that is pretty sweet. And yeah, I'll keep this. We can play Omnath, which is pretty sweet. This can grab Stomping Ground. I wish we had Steam Vent, although maybe Stomping Ground is actually better, but we're hoping the Chain Lightning is good. Otherwise, we don't really have meaningful plays for a while, but I think a hand with good mana and Omnath is pretty nice. I guess we could have just let on Breeding Pool, potentially, to keep our fetch for Omnath, but I think that's fine. Grab Stomping Ground, untap, Bloodbraid Elf. That's a solid draw. Two basic planes. Okay, so it might be White Weenie, although then that would be a very slow draw from them. Can we draw Uro? Lightning Helix. All right, that's fine. So we'll play the planes, hold up Helix. Wow, their draw is terrible. I have no idea what they're keeping here. They might have Mana Tithe. I'm just going to play the Bloodbraid here. Mox Pearl. Probably the worst hit in our deck, but still some value. I guess Mox Diamond would have been worse. Take 3. They don't have Restoration Angel mana yet. Wow, I have literally no idea what kind they could have kept. I would never, ever keep a hand that just has 3 basic planes by this point. Rashad and Port. I guess that takes it off of Omnath mana, which is a little bit annoying. But we can just play in Memory Jar. Oh, wait, no. Wait, yeah, we can play Memory Jar. We are... I'm not going to strip mine here. I think I'd rather just play the jar. We have 6 points of burn, so we're actually... Their life total is under some threat here. Celestial Colonnade. Okay, the secret comes out. So they're playing blue. Although Port is sort of a weird addition in blue eye control. I mean, it's fine if their mana is good, but so far their mana does not look great. Okay, I think I want to just use the jar here. Although maybe we'd rather get the Omnath in play first. Well, they tap that land again, sure. If I don't draw a land, I think I will use the jar. Raging Ravine. So we could just go... Yeah, it's probably better just to go Ravine, strip mine them, and hold up Helix. Although, yeah, the longer we wait on the jar, the more value we'll be able to get out of it. Be gone, foul blue mana. Well, they have another island, so now their counter magic is live. Rishadan is annoyingly effective against manlands. I think I am just firing off the Helix here end of turn. Take 3. Again, if we don't draw land, I'm gonna go for the memory jar. Tapping our interesting. Now I can play Omnath. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the Omnath now. They could have a counterspell, but if they're just spending their turn countering our thing while we're attacking them down to 5, that's a good trade for us. Alright, we draw a card. That's a decent one to pair with the Omnath. But not for this turn. Oh, wait. We actually... Oh, that was a misplay. I don't think it'll matter. I think we're in a very dominant position. But we actually could have played Carnage Tyrant this turn. Although, actually, that's probably not even correct. There's no need to. I think they basically need a board sweeper already. So I'd rather just keep our threat. Yeah, actually, I think it's better not to play the Carnage Tyrant. Although, I should have mentioned, or I should have thought about that being an option before playing my land. Well, that's a start for how they get back into this. Case in point. Now I think we just jam Carney T. Night of Autumn. We do not have mana for that as well, but that's fine. Cast this, which they cannot counter. And now they need another board sweeper to kill us. So the fact that they went Black Lotus there is a pretty clear sign that they have a mana leak or something like that. It could be Spell Pierce or something. But they will need Snapcaster Mage or another Wrath to deal with this Carnage Tyrant. I guess they could also play like Sun Titan. But I think it's going to be tough for them to get back into this. Plus, if they somehow do find a way to deal with the Carnage Tyrant and our manlands, we still have the Memory Jar sitting around waiting to draw us a bunch of cards. Winds of Abandon, alright. That's an answer. So I'll grab a Temple Garden, and then this happens, and we'll grab a Mountain. But then we can just animate Raging Ravine, right? We also have Chain Lightning. I mean, yeah, I think we're in okay shape here. They might have Path, I guess. Do we play around Path? We could also just play Jar. And I'm actually going to go for Jar here. While they don't have mana up, this lets us, yeah, I think this is a little bit safer. Okay, so we can go Bolt Your Face. And I'm not even going to go for the manland attack. Actually, I guess we can. It's pretty much free. Play the Knight. Play the Mox Diamond. Discard Forest. And animate this one because this is the one we care less about. They drew into another path off of the jar. Or, like, I mean, we don't even know they had a path. But if they drew in a path or swords, okay, they gush. That's so bad. They're just discarding all of these cards to to hand size. Or to the jar. Alright, sweet. Pretty dominant performance against blue eye control there. It's good to know about Day of Judgment and Winds of Abandon. Those are good cards against us. We'll do the classic sideboarding plan on the draw, cut the mountain for the Nissa, although they do have winds, so we have some incentive for having basics in our deck. Part of me wants to cut the Mox Diamond, actually. But I think I want to keep it. Alright, this hand is pretty excellent. Got some cheap plays, got a manland, have all our colors. This can grab red, green. Oh, wait. We actually don't have all our cards. We can't get red and blue, but hopefully the knight will help with that. We only have one more basic force in our deck, so I really hope we don't draw it off of the, in our first 3 draw steps. So our opponent mulliganing really low? I guess they're mulliganing to 6. They've been thinking about this for a while. Well, that's a strong start. Hopefully they don't have a Planeswalker. Oof. If they have Gideon, Ally of Zendikar, that will be very hard for us to beat. Selesnya Signet won't be that hard. Okay, that I can handle. That was a good draw, too. So we can play this. Yeah, that was I was saying how we needed a blue-red land, and then we drew one. So we can play Helix to kill the Golem here, and then play Nissa to hold back the Blade Splicer. I guess it's a little bit dicey, because if we leave them with a Blade Splicer, and they have, Flicker Wisp, they could get more value that way, but I think I'm still going to go for the bigger threat here. Bolt, that's a good draw. So Spire Bluff Canal, and we'll pass, and then go for the Upkeep Helix. It feels good to have a lot of burn in my deck in a non-mono red deck. I rarely have that, but they're very effective, actually. All right, this is the draw step. Are we going to draw our basic forest here? I really hope not. Are you kidding me? That sucks. Wow, that's actually ridiculous. Yeah, we don't. I mean, this just fails to find now. I think I'm gonna play it still because I'm hoping they'll counter it. Wow, I shouldn't have said that. That's so annoying. I mean, we're still pretty ahead here. They have 2 cards. I think we're ahead, but that's just pretty funny. Another burn spell. Okay, so do we want to attack? I will attack. If they play if they ambush this, I guess, yeah. I mean, Resto would be bad here, but I think it's still right to attack. All right, we get in for 2 and play this. I guess I'll play this to play around them having mana tie their days. Council's Judgment. Okay, so that can take out the Knight of the Reliquary, but they're going to have to deal with this Nissa soon. If we get up to 7 lands, then this is a really big threat. And we can also start attacking with the Stirring Wildwood. I think we're going to get another blue source here for Uro. That doesn't mean we have to shock to attack with the Wildwood, but I don't really care about that. Ooh, never mind. I'll just play the Thragtusk. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. Thraggy boy. Do they have Winds of Abandon? We only have 1 basic to get to this point. Sure, we'll get our 1 planes. I mean, we don't have that much action left. I guess, but we still have 2 3-power creatures and 2 bolts, so this still seems fine. Ooh, that was a good draw. So play Garrick. Play tapped land, untap 2 lands, and hit for 6. And now they need to attack our Garrick or else we can ultimate him, and that would probably be lethal. And we also have lethal, even if they don't have a blocker back, then we have lethal with the bolts. Because we can untap our Spiral Bluff Canal and have double red that way. Hanger back for 3. That's something. So we'll see if they attack. They should. Ooh, okay. So now we can attack with 12 power of trample. Yeah, that seems good. So animate this. Ultimate the Garrick. And hit for 12. They can prevent 4. So they go to 8. And then, or we hit them for 8 and then kill them with a bolt. And Chain Lightning for the win. All right, pretty sweet. So this was our sweet deck. It was 4-color mid-range. Really missed not getting the Renin 6 and the Remnant of Excavator. That hurt a lot. And then the one match we lost was primarily due to Mana Screw, and either one of those would have single-handedly changed that. So I'm bummed that I didn't get those. It's possible I should have prioritized them more highly. Mox Diamond was like pretty medium. I like barely ever used it. So I probably should have just taken Renin 6 over the Mox Diamond. But a really sweet league. Even though I didn't get a trophy, this was one of my favorite leagues in a while. I love this sort of deck. Don't play them very much, but it can be pretty powerful when it comes together. We did as well as you could possibly do without getting a trophy. We were 2-0 in all our wins and 1-2 in our one loss. But I'll take it. Really fun league. I enjoyed it a lot. Hopefully you did too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.